Hey, it's Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it is Wednesday. It's November 23rd. This will be our chart lesson for the day, and this is going to wrap our week up. Tomorrow and Friday will be Thanksgiving holiday, so we won't be back again until Monday. Uh, Relatively easy day today. Not much happening, as you can see. We had a FOMC announcement about 1, so I'd tell most people to be done by noon. Going into that, and you can see, really after that point, there wasn't any sense in hanging around. So um, you only needed to catch a couple of these early ones, and you probably could have been done for the day. I did get a couple of emails from people saying they were done early. They were starting their holiday, so congrats to those people. Um, but yeah, we had a trend working down. We had a break, two legs to a new low, then we reversed. We headed up. We really had this first leg up. Draw your trend, look for your measured leg, and where's that going to be? Basically up at the upper side of the channel again. And we turned out a little bit before that, but we ended up pushing up one more time and really outdoing that measured move before we sold off again. So that would have been a nice target once we reached this upper side. I'd actually tried to move this up a little bit earlier, but I couldn't get my midline to fit right, so I pulled it back down. And actually, I drew this off here and then pulled it down. So I was expecting this bounce down here. You don't know exactly where it's going to happen, but you ought to be in the right ballpark. So if you saw that, you might have this one down here green. We're a little bit away from the EMA, but we're not hugely away. And there it is, a second entry long there. Notice that's a new swing high. And there's also support right across here as well. So that was a couple reasons to maybe consider that one just for a scalp back to the other side, even if we were going to go lower. But this channel ends up just working higher. So, and in the end, it's just a range day. We stayed within the overnight highs and those. We had a little failed break lower here. And you might have even considered entering this one, but with all those 3 or 4 bars stacked up there, I didn't think that one was worth risking. I think you were better off on this one to wait on your reversal pattern, which didn't come till here. So, yeah, that's the reason I didn't mark any of this down here. So, because you never know, you may push down once or twice more, even if it's only little slight pushes like this one right here, this last push, or even like this one, just a little small push lower. Sometimes you'll get those. But let me back out a little further. We'll go through the trades, and won't take long today, and then we're going to wrap our week up. And hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving holiday and enjoys a little break for a couple of days of trading here. So first trade I saw was a perfect setup. There wasn't much happening. It looked like it's really early on. Looked like a holiday type trading. You could tell there wasn't much overnight happening, and we're going sideways. We failed out the top. This is just a little range here. We fell out the top, and then it looked like we may fell out the bottom. We get 2 legs up, and you get this big bearish bar on a second entry short. It's a failed second entry long as well. Just go short right there. And if you got that one trade, you could have a runner all the way down. And, I mean, even if you just exit when it hit the other side of the trend channel, you still got multiple points there. I'd say 294 to 299. So you got 5 or 6 points there, depending on how you exited it. That's just exiting when it touches the other side. You might have hung on even longer than that. I probably wouldn't have hung on for once it started breaking out here. I probably would have exited somewhere. So you probably would have given back another point or so. But yeah, if you just caught that one trade, you were good to go. But notice there's a new swing high there, and then you get a first entry, pull back second entry, and that goes out and fails instantly and turns and goes down out the other side. You could have a stop waiting there. It's pretty close to this line. You don't know that it could just drop straight on down and touch it in reverse. So you might let this break lower and drop a limit order in, and let's see if it'd back up. And it would have backed up and filled you several ticks. But doesn't matter either way. Even again, you might have entered on this little higher low right here. Just and see put your stop there and see if it breaks below that one, which it did, and you could have ridden it on down. And then it bounces, comes back. You get a first entry right off the um, trend channel line, but we've had a pretty good move down. I'd wait on a second entry. We have a second entry here. The signal bar is not very good, and then when you get the better signal bar, it never breaks below it. Somebody else sent me a chart this morning, and I can't remember if it was this. It might have been the same setup, but it looked very much like this one. And they asked me about it. They said, "Hey, I didn't think we'd probably go lower right here, so I waited." But if you draw your short-term trend line, this is a trend working up here, and you get your break. And if you went short there, depending on how your chart looked, if you had a big bearish bar and it broke lower, you probably got burned right there. But we didn't have a new high in place. That one's really tempting if it had broke below it, but it didn't. It pulls up and you get your high or low and a failed second entry long. Now you can go short, and it's a quick, easy move. And it pulls back, gives you a lower high, and we still don't have a new low in place, so I'd take that one and write it on down to a new low. You might have exited once it made a new low right there. You might have exited. You could have gotten maybe an extra point out of it, but I always tell people, if you can get 90% of a move, even 80% of it, you've done pretty good, or even 75. Don't try to get every tick out of a move, because if you start getting greedy, you're going to make mistakes. So, but anyway, we get the break, 2 measured legs down basically. There's your first leg, and then there's your second leg. So basically 2 perfect measured legs down to a new low, and then it reverses. You don't get your reversal pattern until here. It's really hard to enter right in here through all this stuff. But notice your new low, and then your first entry, your second leg, and then your second entry. So that's a trap. Go long right there. We did overshoot here, and we got an overshoot here, but you're probably going to get a new high, and you got enough room. And this turns out to be a pretty nice trade. You would have caught a runner here too. And then we overshoot, and you should have had that line in place there. I would have drawn that and just to see what happens. And we turn down right there, and we're a good ways away from the EMA. Again, we've got 2 measured legs up. Got leg 1. Oops. And there's leg 2. And again, that's basically almost a perfect measured leg. And it's right back to where you assume you might have a trend channel line up there. So I like going short there. You got to be careful with these, but this turned out to be a really nice trade. And then you had a second entry short here, but it's not a very good signal bar. It's almost a doji there. It's almost a neutral signal bar. So I was a little afraid of it, and we never got another chance to enter, really. You might have considered letting it break below this one and putting a limit order back here. If you entered in using that strategy, I would be okay with it. So, but I'm going to mark it green because it's just not a really good trade. Even though it worked, it's just not a very good setup. So we're still above the EMA the whole bit. We could have pushed up one more time. So, but it does. It runs down, and if you draw on that line and copied it and pulled it down, and it bounces right here, and I already showed you the 2 measured legs down. I like that one for a little aggressive move back to the EMA, back to the trend line. And if you caught that one, you could have ridden this one all the way up, really. And then you get your reversal pattern here. This is really almost a repeat pattern of this one. It's a little tighter and a little steeper, but it's the same. It's a repeat pattern. We're moving up, you get a break, you get a close outside, and then you move to a new high. You're moving up, you get a break, you get a close outside, and then you move to a new high. And so I like that one. Notice the new low. First entry short, second entry short. Just go long right there. And I'd look to exit up here near these highs where this trend channel line is. And again, it's a repeat pattern. I'd go short right here, just like right here. And another quick, easy move. And that got you into the one. That's right at noon time. So I wouldn't take anything else there. That gets you into the 1 o'clock FOMC news item. So, and you can see there basically were no fireworks from today's FOMC. No surprises, nothing. There's nobody even around trading by this time, it doesn't look like. So everybody probably quit at noontime today going into the holiday, and that was pretty obvious because there's no volume after that. So yeah, fairly easy day today. Some pretty good trades, and several good runners. Not a lot of movement, but there was enough to make some good money, and that's what you want to see. And I like it when it's fairly easy on days like this, where it's real clear what's going on. This channel's real clear, easy to see. You get a break, two legs down. This channel's real easy to see. You get an overshoot, a break, new high, and you got one working down here. Um, you didn't get an overshoot or a retest on this one, but it still looks like a valid channel. The key is the bigger pattern is the two-tiered channel, and it takes over, and most people are seeing that. And then you're working up, you get a break, a close outside, move to a new high, and so it was real straightforward today. No real surprises, nothing that would really throw you off or trick you if you just followed the rules. It was an easy day. So but anyway, I hope everybody else had a good trading day. I hope you had a good, nice short week, and hope you enjoy your holiday. Again, we won't be back till Monday. I'll probably be real slow at answering emails. I probably won't answer anything other than emergency emails over the next few days. I'm going to take a break and get a break away from it. So hope you do as well. But we'll be back again next Monday. Or this coming Monday, I should say. It's a few days away, so it feels like next Monday, but I guess that would actually be this coming Monday. But I'll be back Monday. We'll start all over and start a new week, and hope you have a great holiday. This is Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.